Thank you for finding my son.
I found your son. What do you want me to do?
We need to get out of here, but those things are roaming around our truck in the parking lot behind the town hall. Get rid of the creatures, and I'll tell you about the symbol. Take this key. It unlocks the parking lot's security booth, right next to where the Sabs hung our braves. Thank you for finding my son. We'll go get him while you get rid of that horrible thing in the parking lot.
I'm so happy to be with my dad again. We left Tris to come here. My mom died of cancer. I think my dad was too sad to stay in our home, so we came here. I didn't like it here. The kids at school were mean to me, and Sam was my only friend. I don't want to live here anymore. I want my dad, Sam, and me to leave Hadia and never come back. My dad wants us to win the war. I don't care anymore. I just want to go to camp with the nice soldiers. My dad told me about the soldiers who wear the blue helmets. We're going to their camp, which has doctors and a lot of food. Dad also told me that they have lots of kids' toys. The lessons at school talk about the Sabs. The teacher said they were evil and dangerous. My dad said the same thing. They're right. Look at what they did. We're the good guys. It's like in my comic book, The Sons of Palom. That's the codename for Hadia's highly trained special mission force. They defend Hadian freedom against the Serpent Brotherhood, a ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule Hadia by force. Serpent Fang, their leader, always wants to take over Hadia by force, but the Sons of Palom always fight back and win. They use super cool weapons to harness the power of Setharis. You should really read it. When the soldiers left, I went to the playground. My dad always told me to go there if I ever got lost. I was waiting on the swing, but then Sam suddenly ran off. He does that sometimes when he smells something weird. It's usually food, but I heard something. You know, that noise they make? I thought it was I ran away, and it came after me. It tried to grab me, but then Sam attacked it. I've never seen Sam so angry before. He bit the monster on the arm and wouldn't let go. I ran away to school, and that was the last time I saw Sam.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yes. My dad told me we were leaving soon. I just hope Sam will find us before we go.
Thank you for clearing the demons. Now we can get out of here.
Now, tell me what you know about this symbol.
This symbol represents the matron saint of southern Argola. You may have noticed that some vehicles and flags have the same symbol. They belong to the Deimos division. They worship her. She was initially the subject of my thesis, but I kept hitting dead ends. It was as if someone had erased her from history. She has another name. The Blood Queen. I've devoted most of my life to investigating Hadia's past. Our country has a vast and rich history. However, it's wreathed in mystery. Every stone I've turned leads to a dead end. There are entire sections in our timeline that seem to appear and disappear as if someone had purposefully created or erased history. I know I sound like a conspiracy theorist, but it's true. Take the Week of Peace as an example. Roughly 1,000 years ago, they decided that every 33 years, the first week of January is a time of reflection and humility. Traditions like this are usually rooted in religion, astrological alignments, or mythology. Not this one. It just starts with no explanation. Girion Yankel outlawed the Week of Peace. Why? Like any war, several causes and events lead up to its inevitability. I can tell you how this nightmare started, but I will spare you the history lesson. It's a waste of time. Now that I think of it, it doesn't matter what started the war. It doesn't. What's the point of knowing why when no one ever learns from it? I've taught history for most of my life. I used to think that information and knowledge would prevent such things from happening. What matters now is that this nightmare ends with a Palamist victory. It's the victors who write history. Thanks, Zetheris, for the peacekeepers. They set up a refugee camp at the eastern border. We will all head to their camp as soon as possible. I think it's a beautiful idea to have soldiers defend and provide for the victims of war. They are an example to follow. If the outside world has an army that prevents wars, Lucan and I should consider leaving Hadia for good. Sabs are brutes, thugs, and war criminals. Look outside. Do you need any more proof? Their history is littered with examples of their hubris, cruelty, and complete disregard for their fellow citizens. Talju is but one example of the many atrocities they committed in our history. Sabs are cowards. Our brave soldiers of the Deimos Division were forced to reduce their numbers here in Talju. They were deployed to help the others besieged in the Illigad Valley. Do you think the Sabs would have attacked Talju in a fair fight? Not a chance. Never trust a Sab. Ever. I conversed with one of our brave Deimos soldiers a few weeks ago. He told me that the siege of Leith was going well, and they were on the verge of taking the city. Can you imagine what that would do? It would bring us closer to total victory. It would force the AAF to split its forces, giving our boys a chance to liberate Umbrahan. Without the demons, we would be on our way to a decisive victory. When the Sab soldiers left, I went out looking for Lucan. I heard an explosion and all these demons stormed the streets. One of them almost got me. I barely made it back here. When I finally managed to calm down, I looked out the window, and the demons were all over the streets. I noticed I couldn't believe my eyes. The same patterns are found all over Hadean culture. You can observe them on ancient monuments, archways, staircases, columns, books, art, ancient artifacts, and even clothing. I have always wondered about the source of inspiration for these strange patterns. I could never connect the dots. Now it's clearer than Lake Sinan's waters.
Who is the Blood Queen?
The Blood Queen has always been a symbol of resistance against Sabinian oppression. Several statues bearing her screaming face were erected all over southern Argola. If I were you, I would go to Maristan. The statue is carved directly into the cliffside next to the village. You can go inside her head. Strange symbols are etched on the stone walls inside. I never figured out how to translate them. Perhaps you will have better luck uncovering the secrets of this enigmatic monarch.
You either got balls, or you got some screws loose to wander around out here. I wasn't expecting any help anytime soon.
Who are you?
I'm Borrow. I'm the town's mechanic and I own this scrapyard. The Sabs attacked the town. They came out of nowhere. The odor of burnt flesh. The Sabs, they used flamethrowers. When they finally left, I heard an explosion. Soon after, these demons invaded the town. I barricaded myself in here ever since. Hadia is a prison. You know what happens when two animals are trapped in a small cage, right? After a while, one ends up in the other one's belly. Doesn't matter who rules over Hadia. A king, a politician, or a despot. It will always turn to shit. I don't know much about politics and never cared about it. I want to fix cars and get on with my day. I knew it was only a matter of time before they started killing each other. Like all wars, this one is beyond madness, especially considering we've been at peace for centuries. I hold them responsible for this war. I've only heard about the peacekeepers. I've never met anyone from the outside world. I don't like strangers. Hell, I don't even like people I know. I'm not the type to socialize much. However, I do read a lot. I've come across some newspapers from the outside world. It's highly illegal in Hadia.
Are you going to be okay?
I'm a little heartbroken to be leaving the shop behind, but there's nothing left for me here. Sabs think of themselves above Palamists because we still believe in Setharus. Sabs have let go of their faith in the name of Look outside. They killed women. Word of it. Tell me. I don't know. I'm not sure this will be useful anymore.